io l'ho messo sopra e potrebbe essere, però... Ah, quelli arancioni.
Today we're just going to shake down the car. It's basically just about trying to make sure that the engine is running okay, that brakes are fine, steering wheel is fine, that the car is doing what it should do, but there is nothing really on performance related items, and you just need to make sure that the car is running okay, and that's what we're going to do today. As usual, it's always a big year. Also, of course, we have had quite a few changes in the team name, of course, the livery. Technically, of course, we have an evolution from the last year's car, and we hope that we did a good homework over the winter and we managed to improve things even more, and hopefully it will be a strong challenger for strong races.
Plan is just to test, shake down the car, just see if everything is working well, engine, chassis, and just check everything basically. So we don't get many laps, 10 for Daniel and 10 for me. And yeah, that's basically the purpose, and just get a first taste of the AT01. It was really cool to be bike driving Formula 1 car because, of course, I missed it a lot during the winter break. And no, it was great. The first feeling was really good straight away out of the box, very smooth. And yeah, it felt good. So of course now we're gonna be pushing slightly more over the next couple of days in Barcelona. But yeah, it was a really exciting time to be driving the car for the first time. It's the first time for me in my single-seater career that I'm doing more than a year with the same people and the same team. So it feels a bit more stable. Of course, I'm gonna work with the same engineers around me, and just makes things a lot smoother. So in the winter break, I could really focus on myself to improve physically, mentally. I'm really focusing on the areas I need to improve. And yeah, it just feels nice to see the same faces, same mechanics, same engineers for the first time in my career.
For the wider team, it is first day back at school for the mechanics, the crews. There'll be one or two changes in personnel, reminding themselves of all the systems, testing out a lot of new stuff. There'll be changes in IT infrastructure, electronics, mechanics procedures. A new car needs a different way of working, and engineers just to re-familiarise themselves with the time constraints and the environment of the track. Well, the first key point is the regulations are fairly stable this year, so that's enabled us to evolve some certain things which were quite successful on the previous year's car, but at the same time we've made some changes to the concept. Aerodynamically, we've explored some different avenues, made some decisions to take the development in a different direction, and they're the fundamental changes of this car, and some of the results of those experiments in the aerodynamics department have been quite positive, and we believe we've addressed some of the performance weaknesses of the previous car with these changing concepts. So aero development's been all important and appears to be quite positive and quite fruitful so far.
I expect a good season because, first of all, I think that we have a good car. All the data from the wind tunnel tell us that the car has more downforce. And from the mechanical side, we are working together with Red Bull Technology. We get from them the complete rear suspension, the gearbox, the hydraulics and the front suspension. Then Honda did a very good job during the winter months. The power unit is better. From the performance side as well as from the reliability side. And as just before mentioned, we have two experienced drivers, which means that also on this part we are on the safe side, and the team is making progress, is much more stabilized now, Therefore, I expect that Scuderia AlphaTauri will have a good season.